it's just amazing. I love it. It's home.
As we swing around, we see the little island of Jimba, and then the famous Mount Coolum. Now our house would be right about there in that little thicket of bush. Hey, yeah. Good morning everybody. We're at Mount Ninderry on the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, Mount Ninderry is very close to our home and we can see it from just about everywhere in town. And it's whenever we see Mount Ninderry as we come up and down the highway, we think, wow, we're home.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd bring you up and let you see our beautiful Mount Ninderry.
Cool.
Yep, come with us.
There's actually a poetry trail around Yandina. Simply click on that thing and it'll open up a poem for you about this local area.
Oh, okay, we can have a read of that later on when I've got glasses so I can see what I'm doing.
So the track is classed as a grade 3. It's probably only a grade 1 or so at the moment, but it does get steeper as we go.
Oh, it definitely turns into a grade 3.
Yeah.
Because you've got to do a lot of rock climbing. It's not a place you come if the weather's bad. The rocks get very slippery.
Yeah.
I've walked it in rain before and it's not much fun, so yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, the walk into, before you start climbing the mountain, I think it's about 800 metres to a kilometre. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My brain isn't quite up yet. And it's a beautiful walk past gum trees and all sorts of natives, and there's kangaroos. We haven't seen any yet, but we do know they are here. Ferns, things like that. It's a beautiful little spot.
Yeah.
And this is the beginning of the ascent up the mountain. So it's like rocks and big steps and little steps, and yeah, it's a bit challenging, but it's great fun.
Coming to the start of the stairs.
Get used to this, there'll be a lot more cold. I'm glad someone put a little side step in for me.
Some of the heights on these steps are a little bit challenging at times.
Yeah, especially when I haven't got some of those little side ones.
Yeah. As you can tell by my breathing, it's getting a little steep. And there's quite a few stairs. Haven't counted them. Somebody might have. Let us know in the comments if you've been up Mount Ninderry and counted the stairs.
Steps are so high.
And there's our first view out to the beach.
We'll just let these people come up and go past.
Over the old cane paddocks.
I'm getting worn out.
Yeah, if you don't quite make it to the top, there's still some awesome views part way up. You can see out to the coast, there's the old cane lands down in front. And we can even see Lake Wyber up there in the distance there. The path separates into the eastern lookout, which will look out towards the ocean, or the western lookout, which will look out over our hometown. So we're just taking the little path out to the western lookout. Yeah, let's go out and have a look at that.
Yeah, this is just unfenced path. Like an armchair bowl.
So there's a view over the town of Yandina.
That's where we just about see our house from here.
Just about. I'll see if I can find it. So our house would be right about there in that little thicket of bush. You can see the range up behind. That runs all the way down towards Mullaney and the Glasshouse Mountains. Through the trees there you can actually see parts of the Maroochydore River. And that's pretty much where the north arm of the river meets the south arm. Mount Ninderry has a west facing cliff face and it's very picturesque. I've done quite a few paintings of the mountain, particularly from the Yandina area, and it's just such a spectacular thing to look at. Cicadas going off. Yeah, there's a better view. There's the river meandering its way through the old cane paddocks. And down there in the distance you might actually see the Glasshouse Mountains.
Love this cicada call. Hey everybody, you can tell we're overlooking Yandina because this is the poor side of the mountain. The council haven't given us a nice big platform like you'll see over the other side, but I believe it's coming.
Yeah, okay.
I'm totally enjoying the cicada call. We get them at home. They start up one end of the bush and resonate right down the other, and then it comes back again, and it's lovely.
So out behind Yandina is another big lookout which we've done before, which is Mount Glorious, which is just over there in the distance. We're heading back now to the eastern lookout. All the bracken fern.
It's lovely, isn't it? So dense at the moment. It must be because you've had so much rain here.
Yeah.
It's usually not this tall.
Close to the eastern lookout. So from here, as we turn towards the north, we've gone past the Glasshouse Mountains, there's Mooloolaba, more or less dead ahead. That little bit of land Sticking out there is Point Cartwright, which is about there. As we swing around we see the little island of Majimba, and then the famous Mount Coolum. And as we pan around even more, we actually get to see that's Noosa Heads up there in the distance, and right in the far distance, that smudge along the horizon, is the beach along Teewah, which heads right up to Double Island Point. What do you think of that view, Rose?
Oh, it's just amazing. I love it. It's home. It's just beautiful. I try to get up here as much as I can. It's just such a special place. I love it. I'm not looking forward to when the council do it all up, even though it'll be good, but it's going to increase the numbers of visitors, and I want to keep it for us. How selfish.
So we put it on the YouTube?
Yeah, I know. It's a lovely place to come. It's a nice walk. It's challenging up the hill. It really works your legs out and your heart rate out, and so it's not for people who aren't really fit.
As we look around, we can actually again see the Maroochydore River flowing out through there, and it flows out this side of the bay there. So you can see Point Cartwright there in the very distance, and the high-rise, the square-looking blocks there. That's actually Mooloolaba, and this side of it is Maroochydore, and that's where the river actually flows out. That grey patch there is actually the big solar farm.
Well, it's so lovely here. It's one of my very favourite places to come to. It's peaceful, it's beautiful. What more can you say? As you can see, we're standing on the Coolum side of the mountain, and we've got a flash platform and everything. So it's great. It's just wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful.
So all this green space out here used to be cane farms, sugar cane. The mill in Nambour used to crush it all, but then it became unviable, so they closed the mill down, and now they've got all of these big paddocks.
Oh, they're growing stuff?
They're sort of growing stuff. There's cattle now being fed down there. There are a few crops there. I'm not too sure what they are. I think there's pineapples and stuff being grown here now too.
And there is still sugar cane down here.
Yeah, people are still actually growing sugar cane.
They sell it as cattle feed.
Yeah, cattle feed, or I think they were trying biofuels at one stage as well. They've tried all sorts of things because the farmers know how to grow sugar cane and reluctant to change. But
you imagine following a car that's powered on sugar cane. You'd have mad sweet cravings, wouldn't you? It's like the ones you follow that have got the oil from the fish and chip shops. It's like, I need fish and chips.
Yeah, we used to have a fellow in our old four-wheel drive club that he run his car on biodiesel, which is basically old fish and chip oil. And yeah, you knew when you were following him because all you could smell was cooking fish and chips, and you got really hungry.
To stop for a bit of maintenance, I got a prickle down the back of my sock, driving me insane. As normal, when Col and I come out walking in this sort of terrain, we always wear our boots and we bring our sticks with us and carry a first aid kit, water, hats, put your sunscreen on. Just remember to put your sunscreen on. And yeah, it's not hard to be safe. That's what I'm getting at. So think of that when you're heading out from your car, all the things you do actually need. Yeah, you can do this walk in sand shoes, but at 68 and 71, we're not taking any chances.
No.
Yeah.
So So Mount Ninderry is a volcanic protrusion. It's where the lava has poked up through the surrounding ground and come up up nearly to the surface, and then what happens is all of the surrounding area then erodes away and leaves the mountains, and that's the same with the Glasshouse Mountains as well. Okay.
So as you can see, it's pretty rubbly and scrubbly coming down. That's one of the reasons why it's not a really good idea to come here in the rain, because it gets slippery as well. So you have to have a bit of a sure foot coming back down, and it's like that virtually down the whole cliff face, would you say, or side of the mountain, or pathway. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. So yeah, just be aware if you're going to come up. If you're our age, I think is very wise to bring a stick. It just helps you with that balancing going down. Cool.
You're on the move.
Thank you. See you later.
Have a good one.
Yes,
Come
it
on,
is
you.
dog friendly, and especially with a friendly dog.
Come on, you. How's the hill? Have a good one, guys.
Cheers.
You're in the lead. Come on.
Yeah, just keep them on a lead.
Come on.
Just on the way down, we're going to stop and have a look at this. Look at that grass tree. It's amazing. Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty spectacular. That's looking up towards Noosa, and around about there is the start of Teewah Beach. Karoi Mountain. So we've hit the level path on the way back to the car park. We've got one little rise to go, and then we're nearly there. Still half a kilometre or so.
And it gets all rough up ahead.
Yeah.
So our legs have gone to jelly, but we've still got this hill to climb before we get back.
Luckily it's not huge, but big enough. Oh, I can see the car park.
So at Mount Ninderry there's no toilets. There's just this one little hut, a little picnic bench. There's tank water, but I wouldn't drink it. It'd be alright for your dogs. So it is getting an upgrade, and I believe toilets will be going in. There is a car park down the bottom and a tiny one at the top. So enjoy if you come.
Couple of the local inhabitants. Yeah, so that's Mount Ninderry done and dusted.
Yeah, what a lovely morning walk. We left at 5 and it is now 5 to 8. We do meander a fair bit because I like to look at the flowers and the trees.
The sign does say 3 hours.
Yeah, so we actually did it in 3 hours. That's the first time I've taken that long. But yeah, what a lovely morning. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it inspires you to get out and go for a walk, even if it is just around the block. It's so good for you.
Yeah,
so thanks for coming with me, Col. You actually made it, and I didn't have to push you off any cliffs or anything.
Yeah, how lucky. Remember to do the whole like and subscribe thing.
Yeah,
and,
that'd be great if you can.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Yep, soon. Bye. Puppy, Nanny Rose is going to go and drive through Nolan's. That's how you do Nolan's. Doing it for the nanas.